What a weird habit. I don't even know what to think right now. Is that even a thing? Okay. Bringing in the money. I've been doing some research on millionaire habits and I came across really surprising habits that I want to share with you, and we're going to get started right now. The very first millionaire habit that I found surprising is that millionaires tend to sleep at least minimum 7 hours a night. I sometimes barely get 5 hours of sleep. Sometimes I'm rolling on 4 hours of sleep, and I have insomnia, so I feel like I have an excuse, but not really. But they do make sleep a priority, and it completely makes sense. If you've ever been sleep deprived and you're sleeping on 4 hours of sleep or 5 hours of sleep, or like me, if you have insomnia like I do, very, very, very little sleep, you know the difference between not sleeping well and sleeping like a baby, and you sleep amazing. You get up refreshed and feeling great and you can conquer the world. Millionaires definitely make this a priority, is to sleep at least 7 hours a night. I found this so surprising because when I think of a millionaire, I think of someone who is constantly side hustling, someone who has so many projects up in the air and they're going, going, going. That's not the case. They actually do get a lot of sleep every night because they do know that health is wealth, and that's part of being a millionaire, is to prioritize your sleep and make sure you get enough sleep every night so that you can give your 100% full focus the very next day to get all of your projects done. I noticed that when I get a good night's sleep, I can not only work on my full-time job and do my YouTube channel and focus on my business and spend time with family and friends. Prioritize your health by getting enough sleep every night. Surprising millionaire habit number 2 is building yourself an unstoppable team. Millionaires actually have to hire people, and what they do is they outsource things that they aren't good at themselves, and they spend the money to find people who can manage certain things or outsource certain things, or even do things around the house like housekeeping or cooking or landscaping. Anything that they can do to outsource at a lower rate for themselves is what they do, so it frees up a lot of their time so that they can focus on bringing in the money, bringing in the money. And it just makes sense. Why wouldn't you have an unstoppable team around you to support you? Because at the end of the day, you're just one person. You can only do so much. So why not have an amazing team around you that you can trust, and you know things are going to get done even if you have to step out of the picture. Now, speaking of stepping out of the picture, that brings me to my third surprising millionaire habit, and that is replacing yourself. So you're not just a worker, you're not just a manager, you're the owner. You're the person who oversees things from a high level, and you don't have to be in the business. You can be outside of the business, watching and managing and making sure everything is going well. As an owner, you're not in the weeds, you're not in all the details. You're at a high level just making sure that the company is running the way it should. And that's a different kind of mindset, I think, than a lot of entrepreneurs have, is that I have to be in my business, I have to be working in my business every single day. But millionaires start to run their businesses like a well-oiled machine. So it actually runs without them actually needing to be there. So if you think of a millionaire and you see a millionaire, someone outside on the golf course, or maybe they're on their yacht, it's because they have replaced themselves in their business so that they can function more as the owner instead of the worker. Now, I have a few side businesses myself, and if you haven't seen this video, I made a video on how to start a side hustle while you're working full-time. And this is just to get you started where you're still working in your business. But this step right here is a really amazing way to get yourself to start thinking, how can I streamline my business so that I don't actually have to be there in the day-to-day? It frees you up so you can do so many other things and start so many side hustles and so many side incomes. And that's what helped a lot of millionaires become millionaires, is that they've been able to replace themselves. Oh my gosh, this next tip is everything, this next millionaire habit, and it is stop giving a what anybody else thinks. You really have to march to the beat of your own drum. You really have to be independent. If you have people around you trying to tell you not to do something or not to follow your dreams, or that your idea isn't going to work and you're going to fail, you kind of have to tune them all out and not listen to a single thing that they say, because God or the universe gave you your dreams for a reason. Inside you, these special gifts and things that only you have, only you can bring to the world. And if you're constantly listening to other people, you're never going to get to where you want to be. You're never going to get to that millionaire status. You're never going to get to that lifestyle that you deserve, that is meant for you, if you're constantly listening to all the other people around you who do not share the dreams that you were given. And I love this. And I had to go through this myself, and I really don't even listen to what a lot of other people say. And what I do is I will do a lot of work behind the scenes, and then when I go live is when people find out all the projects that I've been working on behind the scenes.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
So I don't even let naysayers into my world to even prevent me from doing something that I want to do. If you have a lot of people around you that, you know, are pretty negative and like to bring you down or don't share your same vision, you have to block them out. You can't even care what they think, but eventually you're going to get to this amazing place, and then they're gonna want to be, oh, I know them, oh, I knew them back then, and you're gonna have to decide if you still want them in your life or not. And so I would say that you were brought here with a purpose, and if you're constantly putting yourself on the back burner and not pursuing your dreams, that you are doing yourself a huge disservice, not only to you, but to the people who are meant to hear your words or have your product or participate in your service. There's something divinely in you that you are supposed to do here. And if you listen to other people, you're never going to get that done. And so that's a millionaire habit that I absolutely love. And I wish more people would follow this advice and just stop listening to, you know, people getting brought down. I really just believe you have to be around people who are going to elevate you and lift you up. And if the people around you aren't doing that, then try to find new people, okay? As a matter of fact, what I want you to do and what I'm going to ask you to do is subscribe to this channel, because this channel is going to help elevate you and lift you up so that you can own your own finances and elevate your life. That is what I'm all about. Please like this video if you're loving the topic so far. I really appreciate having you here and watching, and hopefully you're getting a lot out of this video so far. This millionaire tip I found really surprising, and it's that millionaires see opportunities everywhere. And I will say that this is true. Now, I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm an aspiring millionaire, and that's why I'm making this video, because I do believe that when you speak things into the world, that you are calling that energy back to yourself, and that you are, in a way, trying to manifest that this is what you want. Now, when I just had a full-time job and that's the only thing that I had that I was relying on, I did not see opportunities everywhere, and I had to really work, and it's taken me a long time, several years in fact. So if people tell you it's an overnight success, that's just not true. It takes many, many, many years to build and develop yourself personally and professionally. And that even goes with mindset. And so I'll tell you that it wasn't until I started my own business in 2020 that I started realizing, oh my gosh, there are money-making opportunities everywhere. And so I would do a random project around the house, like I would cook dinner, and then I'd go, you know what? Food prepping is a good business to start. Or I would, you know, stain my deck, and I'm like, oh, I could do this around my neighborhood because this is a huge pain, and you can charge thousands of dollars if you know what you're doing. And you don't actually have to be an expert. You can do something one time. And this is something that I was talking to my sister about, is that you can do something once and you already have experience. You're not an expert, but you can help someone get from, you know, starting point to where you are. And that can be a business. There's so many ideas out there and so little time. I just wish we had so much more time in the day. When you start opening up your horizons and you're around better people and you have an unstoppable team and you start to replace yourself in your business, you start to see so many more different opportunities out there that you wouldn't normally have seen in the first place. And it's crazy. It is crazy. It does happen. And when it hits you, it completely surprises you that you can do so many things. I thought this was a really surprising habit, that millionaires see opportunities everywhere. I do 100% believe this is true. It can work for you, even if you're not a millionaire yet, so that you can start seeing opportunities everywhere too. This last millionaire habit might seem like, what is this even a habit? But there is so many studies out there that show that visualizing what you want actually helps you get what you want. Your brain doesn't understand what's real life and what's your imagination. And so if you're constantly imagining yourself being a millionaire and having this amazing lifestyle and running all these businesses, your brain will have no choice but to start looking for those kinds of activities and start believing that your reality is a millionaire reality. It's called the reticular activating syndrome. And what that does is when you start looking for a specific thing, when you start saying and thinking to yourself that I'm a millionaire, what your brain starts doing is it starts working in your favor. It's like this little hack. And if you're telling yourself I'm a millionaire, and you're visualizing all these wonderful things that you have in your life, not just monetarily, but emotionally and physically and mentally and spiritually, if you're visualizing it and feeling as if it's actually happening to you, your brain has no choice but to believe it. And it helps you see more things when you're thinking of that thing and you're picturing yourself being successful. Your brain has no choice but to believe what you're telling it, right? So you're telling it that you're a millionaire, you're telling it that you're successful, and what it's going to do is it's going to start to help you out. So an example that I've heard over and over is if you're in the market to buy a car and you're looking for a Honda CR-V, all of a sudden, have you noticed on the road that you're seeing Honda CR-Vs everywhere? And pull things into your reality to help confirm that what you're telling it is the truth. So the more you're visualizing yourself as a millionaire and in this millionaire lifestyle, or I would say not just financially, all the people that you're gonna help and all the lives that you're gonna make so much better with this lifestyle that you wanna create for yourself and the people that you're gonna help. As you're visualizing this, your brain is going to start to show you how to get there faster. Opportunities are gonna pop up, things are gonna show up that you might not have noticed before, but it's because you're focusing on it that you're calling in all of these amazing things. And so I thought, wow, this is really fascinating. I can't believe that this is a millionaire habit, and I was so surprised. So I am so happy that I've shared all of these with you. Which habit was your favorite? I'm sure some of these sounded familiar, but they were surprises to me, and I wanted to share these with you. If you haven't seen my Millionaire Habits for Women video yet, it's one of my most popular videos, and I talk about 3 amazing YouTube babes who are also millionaires, and I share their common habit. Check that out after this. Thank you as always so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.